It's a nightmare to have been scapegoated by a narcissist, emotionally damaged person, or highly manipulative individuals. You might have grown up in a home where you were blamed, shamed, or framed as less than in a distorted, unfair way. It takes a toll on your mental health. Sometimes that makes us too nice, agreeable, may limit our ability to express ourselves or lose sight of our own needs. In this video, I'll share why someone does this and 6 key actions for reclaiming your life after the smear. Let's start with the why. Why would someone do this to us? It's not you, it's them. Especially when children are targeted. They are scapegoated because the abuser has issues that they can't deal with. In the case of my father, he suffered unfair blaming and disrespect in his family of origin. And the unresolved blaming, shaming, and disrespect flowed down to me. Because of deep insecurities, some people feel the need to control the world and the people near them. Scapegoating is a way to compensate for this inner wound. When they lose control, they launch a smear campaign against you. Yes, they frame you as the bad guy, so they look like the victim when the opposite is true. You might have left an abusive relationship, and suddenly people you loved and trusted avoid you like the plague. I was shocked to see friends and family avoid me after leaving a religion that was clearly based on lies. They had no interest in why I left and felt the need to villainize me. So I was the problem, not their religion. Even my own true-believing mother shunned me and requested that I not speak at her funeral because I didn't share their fundamentalist beliefs. When a narcissist can't control you directly, they attempt to control those close to you. These people are called flying monkeys, because like the movie The Wizard of Oz, they do the bidding of the Wicked Witch. The passive attacks are the worst. By passive, I mean the whispers behind your back or the people who avoid you might catch you off guard at first. Suddenly, the playdates with other children disappear for reasons you don't fully understand. The direct or openly aggressive attacks are the easiest to deal with because at least you know what they're accusing you of. Okay, so far we know that damaged, high-control people shift blame or seek to harm you to diminish your influence or harm you. But what can we do? Let's unwrap 4 unfortunate truths, then get to the 6 key actions to survive the blame game. The first unfortunate truth is that people will believe what they want to believe, and it can be nearly impossible to help them see you or your situation differently. Let them be who they are. I found this with true believers who wanted to see me as Satan-filled and evil, so their religion couldn't be the problem when I left. Second, know that you will lose some people when you leave a toxic relationship or religion. Some people near and dear to you will not understand because of the beliefs they have. Your daughter, mother, close friend, or former associate may shun you because of what they heard. The sad truth is that you may never get them back in this life. The third hard truth is that most people don't want to know what you know about the manipulator, narcissist, or toxic person or organization. Don't unload your facts on people who aren't ready or who aren't asking. You can damage relationships when you try to force answers to questions they're not asking. Share only with those who truly want to understand. Most won't. The fourth truth is that you need to understand the dynamic in dealing with the manipulator, narcissist, or toxic person because they're dangerous. If you're calm, rational, and direct in responding to baseless accusations, you're less likely to see a dangerous reaction from the triggered manipulator. With that foundation, let's unwrap key action number 1, and that is, in the face of accusation, regardless of the source, let them know how you're feeling and state your outcome. I'm feeling very defensive right now. I want to understand why you make such an outrageous, unfounded falsehood about me. When you let others know how you're feeling, you acknowledge the emotion, which can help you stay calm. And when you say what you want out of the conversation, that's where the energy goes. I was least effective when their accusations moved me to anger. Of course, it's triggering to be smeared by a highly manipulative person, but that only feeds their game. I would say something like, "I'm feeling attacked right now. I know it can be confusing to sort out facts from propaganda, but I want to ensure you get all the facts." The acknowledgement addressed my emotional state while stating that my goal was to get all the facts out there. The second effective key action to fight the smear is to ask questions of those who seem to be pulled into lies. Don't you find it interesting that they would attack a former member who used to be a true believer? If I calmly asked the question, knowing that eventually truth would prevail, that helped the question work its magic. Questions direct energy. Questions might be the most effective response when people believe BS about you, but at least they are asking. The third key action is to document the lies. I was hesitant to do this, but a friend and attorney encouraged me to do it. The list came in handy when I had opportunities to clarify the truth, but it also helped me process the accusations. I didn't file legal action, although the scope and intensity of the smear campaign might move you to do that. To be clear, documenting the lies you hear helps you process them, but also prepare to respond to them if you get a chance. The fourth key action is to keep a line of communication open with people who believe you can influence. Some people will believe the manipulator and your own sanity, and that might need to be the end of the story of that relationship. Other people will stick with you. And some will be on the fence, and those are the people you need to stay connected with. To my supporters and fence sitters, I did what I could to share facts when they were ready, ask questions, and keep lines of communication open for influence opportunities. For those who seem somewhat open, keep lines of communication open and carefully share information as they're ready. That leads me to key action number 5, and it's so important. Practice the meditative practice of relaxing and releasing. Yes, this is mindfulness. More specifically, as intense emotions come up, hold them as you would a butterfly in your hand, allowing them to stay or go away as they will. Notice the spaciousness around these intense emotions. Here's the relaxing part. Relax into awareness, into spaciousness. Release these emotions to dissipate, or do what will bring the highest good in my life and those connected to me. It's simple but not easy. Strong emotions can be intense. Attacks, smear campaigns, and alienation have been the hardest emotional struggle of my life. Leaving a toxic religion and relationships almost always invites these smear attacks. What do you do in the midst of this battle? Let go. Practice relaxing and releasing. Surrender. Allow a higher power to deal with these emotions. Family member shunning can be very intense. Be in these emotions, seeing them as they are, and with your hand open as they can stay or fold back into source. I want to acknowledge the emotion without creating a story about it or getting sucked back into what amounts to re-abuse. With especially heavy emotions, I watch the emotions from a seat in a theater. That gives me some distance to acknowledge the emotions without getting pulled back into them. Then I thank the emotions for their role in my protection. Then I give them permission to stay or fold back into neutrality as I set my sights on my best life. Speaking of your best life, key action number 6 is to live your best life. Yes, key action number 6 is the most powerful thing you can do in response to smear campaigns, and that's live your best life. Nothing combats a smear campaign than feeding your life with what brings you joy, vitality, success, and wholeness. I was doing the relaxing and releasing meditation we discussed in the previous key action, and that helped me process some big emotions. And I realized that I needed to focus on creating my best life. So every day I meditated and envisioned what life would look like if I lived my best life. I came into alignment with that best life in mind and later in actions. My daily routine started early with some yoga, nothing too wild, then either meditation or exercise. I felt better, and this helped me process some of the ugly emotions the smear campaign inflicted on me. Feeling and looking better led to success at work. Feeling stronger became influential with those who would listen to my side of things. But let me be clear, I didn't want others to believe me or validate me. I just wanted to do my part to help others navigate the smear, the disparagements, and the crap that was being said about me. If you're noticing positive momentum that started with an empowering daily routine, you're right on. I also steered clear of parasites, things that feel good but steal vitality. Alcohol, drugs, and other forms of escape didn't serve my return to vitality because they took more than they gave. The same is true with overeating. It feels good at the time, but overall takes more than it gives. Feed your best life by focusing on your vision and creating and maintaining daily routines that produce vitality while weeding the abuse through meditation and counseling. You can't live your best life if you're getting pulled back into a toxic relationship for any reason. part of healing means creating boundaries with those who cannot respect you. Boundaries mean no contact with the abuser and with those who believe the abuser. Healing also means that you are aware of the parts of you that opened the door and kept it open. You don't condemn yourself, but awareness leads to surrender, which leads to feeding your new life, which leads to healing and vitality. If you got value from today's video, subscribe to the channel and like the video.